by having a negative emotion about what it is that I do, even when I'm doing the things, not to constantly complain or be negative about it, is not going to help you, because you literally have set yourself up for either failure or success. There's really no in between. And people like surprised. Huh? Did I do that? Who's supposed to do it then, Susie? Marcus? And if that is not your name, fill in the blank here. What is up, YouTube? My CNAs, subbies, my peoples. Yes, your girl is tired. I'm tired. That is also the reason why I didn't come up last week, because I was literally just tired and doing all of the crazy bleep behind the scene. For TikTok, I've been doing a couple of lives because I'm trying to figure TikTok out. TikTok is the only platform where the amount of followers is more than 1,000 people. 1,000 people or above. TikTok has been the only platform so far, right? So far. I'm still trying. Well, I'm not trying. Let me just rephrase myself, because I've noticed that vocabulary comes from a mentality and it will expose the way that you look at certain things. So let me just rephrase myself. I am driving this car forward so that it will also make a stop at the other platforms and let them grow. I see that Instagram is now doing its thing, because for a long time it was stagnant. But the moment that I started to repost the TikTok videos from that platform all over to Instagram, Instagram now started to grow. What I've also noticed is that the lives are now being received slightly better. You can notice that I'm tired, but I have to push out this video, or else there's going to be another week that I'm not on the YouTube, and that is something I will not perpetuate. Okay? I will not perpetuate. I want to be consistent. So behind the scene, you already know that I'm busy with my latest project called Queen of Sheba. I'm Not Your Mama. I haven't been working on it this week, but I will definitely be planning to do that for the coming week and make sure that I will be making my steps forward for what is necessary. But if you want to know what I've been doing so far, go to the Patreon. There you will find detailed videos of what is happening behind the scene, how I work, my thought process, and what I've done so far. That's the place to be, y'all. That's the place. That's where the party is at. That's where the party is at. Come on now, that's where the party is at. Let me take a sip. Oh, another thing that I want to run past you all. A couple of videos ago, I was talking about losing my 20mm lens and hoping that y'all can support me in getting a new lens. So I'm just going to keep on saying it. Please support your girl in getting a new 20mm lens so I don't have to use this mobile phone camera to have these close-ups. Listen, my editing goes far. Surprisingly, my editing has been producing a lot of great, quality video with this phone. And the phone is, it's pretty decent as well with recording, but my 20mm lens is just better. Let's face it, it's just a lot better. So support your girl in getting a 20mm lens. Okay, back to the normal. I am tired. And, just having the day-to-day activities and keeping up with yourself, meaning your health, staying active, doing your exercises, being a mom, adulting. It's a lot. Sometimes it can be a lot. And that is also a great honest for you to have as well, because at the end of the day, the way I look at it, nobody's really interested in hearing how hard or how tough things are. Just get the job done. So that is also my outlook that I have on it, but I'm not doing it from a place where I feel that I have to do it. I just know that consistency is important. When you fall off the bandwagon, nobody's going to fault you for it. But here's another side of the coin that people don't say. Nobody's going to say that you also have to get back on the bandwagon. You have to say that to yourself, or else you won't get the results that you would like to have. And creating a lifestyle, foreseeing a life that you would like to have for that, that takes a lot of responsibility. You have to be responsible enough for your actions, meaning responding to what it is that you envision for yourself. So you cannot just sit back and be like, oh, you know what? I'm too tired. I cannot do this. No, I wouldn't say I have to, but I have to. I say it anyway. I said it anyway. I was kind of digressing. I was actually talking about the TikTok and how I'm figuring out how and what the audience responds to. Because there are different types of videos on my TikTok, and they all come from a place where I'm a creative. I like to see myself as a creative thinker, right? So here and there are some different videos, but mostly it's about my art and art creativity. Is the content that I'm producing over there engaging enough? Fortunately, the good thing about it is that a lot of a number of the followers, which I think is a lot, also on TikTok. Now that I'm looking and having a bigger audience, it is becoming key for me to set how I want my page to look as soon as possible. The thing that I learned from that as being a content creator, because whether I don't want to say that or I want to say it, I'm a content creator. If you listen, the fact that I'm posting here as a content, as you hear, see, I'm already calling myself a content creator. So I mean, I am it. I'm creating content. So I have to just diligently work on setting a tone of what they can expect. Don't want to be all over the place, and it has been working. The reason why I've been having a couple of lives this week. But the reason why I'm having that many lives is because I need to figure out when my audience is happening. When are you online and how am I reaching you? What is the language that I can reach you with? So the first one is it's just trial and error, but the other points are easy to do. Kind of already figured them out. It's just the correct time. That's the reason why you haven't been seeing me. You haven't seen your girl going on here. But a couple of other great things are coming out of that. I will talk about it in another video because I have to cut this short and go on the live. So talk to you soon in the next video, or maybe a next segment, a next scene. All right, so we're gonna cut this scene. I'm gonna see y'all later. Don't look at my nails. They look pretty effed up. They looked effed up. See, this is how hard I've been working. I'm missing 3 of the 5. My God, today. Talk to you later.
Black girl, if you're a 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 black girl, do your thing.
This year, blessing, money, testimony. Go to follow, you they go. This year.
So one of the subjects that I want to bring to your attention is motivation. How to stay motivated, or how to get back to being motivated, right? Those are 2 different things. They are. The first one, how to stay motivated, is when you already had your motivation and you fell off the bandwagon, right? And now you're looking for something to keep you in that same mindset. How to get to motivation is that you are looking for a feeling, reason, or reasoning to start doing what it is that you are doing. So you didn't fall off the bandwagon yet. In the first one, you already did, and now you want to try to get back on it. And in the second one, you haven't fell from it yet. However, you haven't put yourself in a position where you are actually experiencing motivation, that you are motivated. It might not be the answer that you would like to hear, but it is so much more simple than what people think. And as a matter of fact, give me a little, give me a moment. I'm going to take my dictionary because we need to get into the nitty gritty of things. Let me go and get my dictionary. Bam, here it is. Now y'all are reading it backwards, but it says the Pocket Oxford Dictionary. I've had this dictionary for 1,000 years. Yeah, I did, for 1,000 years. So I'm gonna look up motivation. Yes, got it. Motivate, apply a motive to, be the motive of, cause a person to act in a particular way. Cause, a reason to make a person act in a particular way. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? In my last TikTok live, yes, people, I'm also going live on TikTok. So, like I already said, follow your sis over there as well. Okay? Yes, I have over 2,000 followers, but that doesn't mean I cannot get more. Go to TikTok and follow me. And that was all shade. So during a TikTok live, I discussed 3 things that I found very crucial, found very vital, important when it comes to being motivated. And what we are finding right here in the Oxford, well, the pocket. This is not really something that you can put in your pocket, though. Not really. And from that, which is really interesting, the next word is motive. So what induces a person to act in a particular way? Tending to initiate movement. Concerned with movement. I said that as well in my TikTok live. Here's some proof of it. Emily, and it feels like I do not have the time for myself to create that space where I can literally really work on my art. How do I stay motivated? And you have the obvious about it, right? The obvious thing about staying motivated, being motivated, is you just have to get this feeling that moves you into a certain direction. So the 3 things that I've mentioned as vital pillars in getting motivation or staying motivated is that you need to know your why. Now, we already established that. The cause that makes somebody move or stimulate to be active or into an activity. Number 2, which is really important, and that is people need to visualize what it is that they really want, which I also talked about in the TikTok live. And number 3, what I just said and read here in the Pocket Dictionary is activation. Act, move. You have to act upon the things that you are doing, which I also mentioned in the TikTok live. So yeah, you hear it yourself. So you need action. You need to visualize. Well, that's something that I've put in there myself. And I really want to get into it in this video. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the second step that I find very important when it comes to being motivated. And the first one, of course, the cause. What is your why? I came to the definition of what motivation is, not necessarily just for me, but in general, due to the fact that I've been through all the steps of falling off the bandwagon and getting back on the bandwagon, but also finding my why and needing to visualize it, really articulate what it is that I want. So visualizing is basically being able to see mentally and or physically, but mostly mentally, the picture, an image, a situation, event of what it is that you can imagine into your mind. In the word imagine, you have the word, which is basically a picture. You can use that picture, that image, to visualize what it is that you want to see. Why do I keep stressing that it's very important to see the cause of what it is that you want to resolve it to? I am a firm believer of the universal laws, right? Because they apply all the time. They have been before, they will be during us, our existence, and they will also be after our existence. These universal laws do not skip anybody. They do not skip anybody. They apply to everyone. I don't care who you are, they apply to every single person. And because they apply to every single person, every single situation at all times, it is not more than appropriate for me to use the one universal law that we all know and has been also marketed and sold and presented to us as being the secret, right? But it's just one of the many laws that are out there. But it's a very, very viable, relatable, and also recognizable law. So that law is cause and effect. Whenever you have a cause, it will lead to a certain effect. And that effect that you are witnessing was due to a cause. They are going each and every direction, but the one will always lead up to the other. And you can basically backward engineer whatever was the cause for an effect to appear. It's that simple. To be stimulated to do something, to have a cause that will lead to an activity, it helps to visualize what it is that you want in life. Exactly that way. I'm saying exactly in that way. Some people say, well, write it down in a journal, write it down on a piece of paper. That's also very powerful because the words that you put on paper is also a form of visualizing what it is that you want to see. Some people do it simply by sitting and just daydreaming, just letting your mind flow. I think that's the best way that I can describe it. Let your mind flow. There are no obstacles. There are no, this is too hard, or this is not possible, or this is out of my league. No, everything is possible. Kids do it the best, and they are really good at it. They go even as far as them pretending that they are actually doing what it is that they are visualizing themselves, right? When they are playing to be cops and robbers, or one is the princess and she wants to be saved out of a castle, and there's the Prince Charming, or pretending to be the richest person on the world, or pretending to be a magician. They do it the best. Okay, they are the best example ever. I do believe that one of the main things that we have not done anymore is having that playful side about us, having that playful interaction with our minds. And allowing yourself to go as far as you want to. There are no borders when it comes to your imagination. Trust me. If we have figures like Donald Trump, who actually believes that he is that important, you can't tell me that imagination won't bring you far. Imagination will bring you far. The obstacles that we put into the imagination is the moment that we are reconnecting ourselves with the physical form of how we are living our lives. How we are getting up, how we are getting to, we have to do errands, we have the rest of the activities that life entails. And then we see either the possibilities or the limitations that these creative images bring to us. Well, I'm not able to do that because I do not have enough time. I'm not able to do that because I don't have enough space. Or, my spouse or partner or boyfriend or girlfriend doesn't allow me to do that. Or people will look weird at me. Those are different forms of obstacles that eventually, they are just demolishing everything about our creativity. And that leads to this. Doing that so that you can slowly incorporate yourself back into the level of, okay, I can actually do both and get comfortable with getting the feedback, because in most cases, the reason why people don't want to show their art is because of the critique.
Yeah.
Afraid 100%. Of getting the critique of it. It's not good enough. But the critique is gonna come. So why are you Why are you dodging and diving? Fear. Basically, the simple sensation of fear. Because what if it works or what if it doesn't work, right? If it doesn't work, then it is easy for you to say, well, okay, you see, it didn't work. I was right about it. Or, getting the obstacles of people and situations and whatever circumstances, you're like, well, you see, it's not going to work. Or when it does work, well, what are you going to do now? Because you were not actually really anticipating on it, right? You were hoping that it would work. But now that it works, you now actually have to come up with a plan. You have to come up with something. So it's either or, but at the end, fear. Fear, in the moment that we get into that whole train of thought of what the fear brings to us, you're just connecting one obstacle to the next obstacle to the next obstacle, which eventually we get back to the point of cause and effect, right? If you have a cause and there's a certain effect that you want to have, visualization can bring you there. But if you're visualizing all the bad things happening to you, you are fearful of what it might bring to you. The law of attraction, i.e., the law of attraction or cause and effect, will actually bring you exactly where it is that you want to do. Why? Because you visualize it, and two, you have just built a catalyst to speed up the process to that particular effect for yourself. So that is the emotion that you carry with it. And there we go. Fear. If I want to stay motivated as an artist, as a creative, and I have a certain image with that, I have a certain look of what it is that I want to see. I have an image, a set of images. There are a number of things that I would like to bring to fruition. I visualize them to the detail, to the very, very, very minute detail that they have. It is important for me to not disturb the process towards it by having a negative emotion about what it is that I do. Even when I'm doing the things, not to constantly complain or be negative about it is not going to help you. Because you literally have set yourself up for either failure or success. There's really no in between. And people act surprised. Huh? Did I do that? Who was supposed to do it then, Susie? Marcus? And if that is not your name, fill in the blank here. So you are always in control. You are. I hate to say it. You are always. You're always in control. You are. So that is the 2 cents that I wanted to bring into staying motivated or getting motivated, right? Just think about that universal law, cause and effect, seeing what the results are and being, you do have to open up your eyes and be aware, okay? Don't just sit back and let things happen to you. Be aware, people. Be aware, okay? Be aware. So you do have to wake yourself up and be aware. All right, good.